welcome back to my channel. I can't do my normal shimmy because I'm holding my phone up in my car, but y'all, your girl, listen, I let the holidays get the best of me and I definitely went up on the scale. I'm not going to do a weight loss update just yet, but I'm definitely going to talk about that more in depth. But last week, I believe it was like Thursday or Friday, I just decided to just get started. I was like, look, I can't wait until no Monday. It don't have to be no special day. It don't have to be January 1st. I'm just going to start today. And I think I started on a Thursday or a Friday. So I've been doing keto for about 4 days now. The only thing that I'm doing a little bit differently is that I'm going to really try to incorporate working out this time around. I will work out, you know, here and there. The last time, you know, I really did my keto journey, or I would say last year, but this time around, this year, I want to definitely, you know, incorporate working out and stuff like that. So I'm in the car right now. I'm headed to the gym, and today I'm just going to take you guys all the way with me all throughout the day of what I eat today. And just basically, this is going to be a what I eat in a day video and a little tiny bit of a vlog type of video. I might show you some footage of me working out and stuff like that. So if you want to see more, please stay tuned. Okay, you guys, it's about 12:30. I have fasted. The only thing that I've had is the water and lemon and apple cider vinegar. It's time for me to make breakfast, but breakfast is not done yet and I'm starving, so I'm going to go ahead and make me some coffee. And this is normally how I make it for the most part. Okay, so for breakfast, I'm going to be making Keto Chilaquiles. And if you don't know what chilaquiles are, it's basically a Mexican dish that has salsa, tortilla chips, and eggs, and then it's topped with cheese, especially cotija. I think it's called cotija cheese. It's like a salty bomb cheese, which I wish I had and I forgot to get. But next time, I will definitely be using that cheese. And if you are going to the grocery store to get these ingredients, make sure you pick that up as well, because it just gives it an extra little kick. It's a crumbly type of Mexican cheese that's really, really good. So this idea came to me because I used to always order this. I was like, I wonder, is there some way I can make chilaquiles out of pork rinds? So of course I went on like YouTube and stuff looking for it, and I found one video, which I'll link below. I found one video on it, but nobody else had really did it. So I kind of used a little bit from that person's video and then just kind of put my own touch on it just a little bit too as well. So what you're gonna need is some pork rinds. When I first tried this out, because I want to taste it first and try it and make sure it tastes good first before bringing it to you guys, and I tried it yesterday and I loved it, and it was a really good change. If you're, I mean, it is still eggs, but it tastes totally different, and it almost feels like you have a starchy kind of taste like that you probably are missing. So what you're gonna need is some pork rinds. When I first did it, I used barbecue pork rinds, and I'm gonna try to use some of these. I have these left at the bottom right here, so I'm gonna try to use those. So you want to try to get the softer pork rinds, the ones that are really airy. Don't get the ones that's really crunchy like the cracklings. And then even when you're picking them out the bag, try to pick out the ones that are more airy and soft, opposed to the ones that are really crunchy and super crunchy and crispy. So you're gonna need pork rinds, you're gonna need some sour cream, eggs, chives, that's optional. I didn't have it the first time, it still tastes really good, and some cheese. Get the Mexican cheese too if you can, and that's optional, but it tastes good. And some salsa. This is salsa that I already had. It's roasted pepper, it tastes pretty good. So, and this was 2 carbs for 2 tablespoons. You're gonna need some salsa. So this is all that you're gonna need. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have my skillet heating up. It's on about medium high. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of butter. I forgot to mention that. When the butter is melting, I'm gonna look and search through the barbecue pork rinds that I have. Try to find some of the softer ones. Because you want these to soften up. So I'm going to turn my heat down to low right now because I want to make sure I find the right pork rind. Like you see, this one is a little less airy and more like a crackling. So avoid these ones. Okay, so I'm done with picking all the pork rinds that I want to use. And now I'm just going to heat my skillet back up and then toss them in this melted butter. Okay, so this isn't the part where it's going to get soft. So I just basically gave it a toss. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the salsa. Now there's no particular measurements for any of this, so just be mindful of that. So I'm just adding enough salsa to cover it. And this is what's going to start softening it up. Ooh. Now, over here popping and locking, okay? So after this step, you'll see them start to get soft. Make sure it's all covered. And if it's really big pieces, then I'll just chop them down a little bit. So these are pretty soft. It's really, really soft at this point. So that's what you're wanting to do. So now we're going to add a little bit more butter. And now we're going to crack our eggs in this. So just going to separate it here. Add a little more butter. melt on up. And now we're gonna crack our eggs on top of this. Oh, dropped all kind of shell up in there, girl. So this is what it's looking like from an overhead view. You got your egg and your softened pork rinds. So I'm gonna add some salt and pepper, and just like you would season your eggs normally. Okay, so I just added some sea salt and pepper. And now I'm gonna start mixing that egg in there. Have the heat on like medium low and let this cook up. I don't want it to cook too fast. I want the flavors to mix together. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. So now I'm gonna go ahead and top it with cheese and let the cheese melt on top while I go ahead and cut up some green onion. Okay, about to plate this. Sorry, water is dripping from my spatula. Goodness, it's looking delicious. If you ever had chilaquiles, you'd be so happy like me to know that you can do it with this, with keto. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and dress it up a little bit. I'm going to add some green onion. Just chopped up a little bit of green onion, which I love. And then finish it off with a dollop of sour cream. Gonna make it cute. And that is it, you guys. Chilaquiles, and that's what's for breakfast. Okay, so it's been about 4 hours since breakfast. It's about 4:30. I'm about to start dinner, but I am a little hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and have some of these roasted and salted pistachios. So normally I'll go for about like a handful, and if I'm kind of having a sweet tooth or just feeling like I want something sweet to go with it, then I'll have it with a diet soda, or I'll just have it with water. But this is what I'll be having for snack. Okay, guys, so I am starting off with some full chicken wings here, and I actually got these by mistake. I thought that I got the party wings because that's what I like the most, and I ended up getting a family pack of actual wings, full wings. So I remember looking at a video because I had never cut them myself. So I remember looking at a video on YouTube, and the woman had said that basically she gets the full wings all the time because they're cheaper, and then she just cuts them herself. And I was like, what? I don't want to do that, you know. But it isn't that bad, especially if you have a really sharp knife. Mine is not that sharp, but you know, we're gonna make it work. So basically what you want to do is just kind of, I don't know if you can see, because I'm filming this on my cell phone, so I can't see everything, but hopefully I have everything in view. But basically what you want to do is cut in this middle part, right where the joints meet. So first I just cut wherever that skin is at. And then for me, I just envision where my wing would actually stop at, which is, let's see if you can see, which is like, if you're looking at it, it'll stop somewhere right here, how a regular drumette would be. So I just put the knife there and hopefully it cuts good. The first one did, but I don't know. Okay, wait, that didn't cut that good. Okay, so as soon as I get on video, so that one didn't cut as good as this one did. This one had a clean cut. You can see. So some of them might come out looking like this if you cut it too much into the bone, but it still cooks okay. And then this one, you just cut this portion off. So right where that joint is, you just cut it. And that one came out clean. So basically I'm gonna do this with the rest of the chicken. I have 8 full wings that I'm going to use for the curry. Okay, so this is what the wings are looking like once they're all cut up. So yes, let's go ahead and get to what you guys have been waiting for, the seasoning portion of this. I'm not gonna make these tonight. I'm filming this portion the night before because I'm gonna let the seasoning stay overnight. But that is not necessary. You don't have to do that. Plenty of times I've made this dish and it tastes delicious with just, you know, letting it sit maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes or something like that. So it's not necessary. But yes, it doesn't hurt to have it soaking in that seasoning all night long. Okay, so I'm gonna season everything with my normal seasonings. So, I mean, you can do that as well if you like. But I use seasoned salt, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. But the main thing that's going to give you the flavor that you want is this McCormick curry powder. Now, I've tried different curries in the past, and this is one of my favorite tasting ones. I do want to try some more like authentic, like real Jamaican kind of curry eventually. But as far as just like in the supermarket, this is the best tasting one that I have tried. So this is the secret, you guys. So I'm just gonna season everything up. I'm gonna add the curry powder and then add the onions. As far as the powders, I apply those liberally. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a good mix and I'm gonna season it again. Okay, one more time. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more mix and now I'm gonna add the curry powder. Okay, now I'm adding the curry powder. Oh, I hope this don't stain my sink. It has turmeric in it, which can stain. Okay, so now I give it a good mix. I'm going to add just a little bit more curry. A strong curry flavor. And I'm going to go ahead and add the onions. And start mixing it. Get the seasoning all over the onions too. The onions give it a lot of flavor. I'm not saying that it's not necessary, but I love onions and this cooks down really nicely. It's not going to be super oniony. I know right now it probably looks like it's a lot of onions, but it's not bad at all. Especially when it cooks down. It just gives it a ton of flavor. So I think I'm done here. I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer this over to a bowl cover it with foil, and then leave it in the fridge overnight. And then the next time you see me, it'll be time to cook these up. As you guys can see, that was a little dangerous, but you know, sometimes you gotta get a little dangerous up in the kitchen. So it's looking quite full in here. So hopefully I can move them around and get them situated so all of them are touching the bottom of the pan. And I'm just gonna let them sit for like 3-4 minutes to brown on one side and flip them. Okay, so this is looking about brown enough for me. Like I said, you just want it to kind of be a light brownish yellow color. And now we're just gonna take some water and just cover all of the chicken. And then return your heat to high so you can have it boil, because you're going to simmer this down. Once it starts boiling, you're going to go ahead and reduce the heat down to like a medium to medium low. So right now your water should be looking yellow. And what I like to do is start loosening up those onions at the bottom, scraping everything up so all that flavor can get in there. So everything that was sticking, all of that, all of that up. I actually might add a little bit more water because I would rather have more water and let it cook down than having not too much water and keep having to add it and stuff like that, because the more water you put in there, the more gravy you're gonna have in the end. Girl, trust me, you do not want to skip out on that gravy. You know, someone taught me how to make this years ago. I used to make it all the time, but of course I would make it with rice. And I fell in love with it. It's delicious. And when I realized that the curry powder didn't have any carbs, or like 1 carb or something like that, I was like, what? So I could have this on keto? Oh my goodness. Only thing I need to do is just change the side. The side doesn't even matter. I could just eat this chicken by itself with no side, okay? That's how delicious this chicken is. I love it. It's one of my favorite recipes, just in general, in life, not even keto. So yes, she dropped some jewels on me when she gave me this. So I'm gonna let this come to a boil and then reduce the heat and cover it. And then I would say it takes about 30 to 40 minutes or something for this to cook down. I never thought this out too much, because even when the girl gave me the recipe, she just kind of told me what to do. It wasn't like something you found off Pinterest or something like that. This is like probably a passed down type of recipe. So so it's starting to boil up here, and then again I'm going to reduce the heat, cover it, and just keep checking on it periodically. Okay, you guys, so it's been about 20 minutes and this is how everything is looking. Still quite a bit of water in there. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and cover this back up. Let it simmer down probably like another 20 minutes or so. Okay, it's starting to cook down. I'm just gonna cook it down a little bit more. It's been an hour at this point, you guys. I underestimated the time. I thought it was much less time. So it's been about an hour. Some of them are already starting to fall off the bone. I'm gonna just let it keep on going down until it comes like more of a gravy consistency. And here's our rice over here. It's thriving. I'm just hoping that it ends up tasting good. Okay, so I fried this down kind of like fried rice. I just gave it a taste test and it's tasting good. I'm like, okay, once I put that gravy on there, this is gonna be so delicious. And our chicken is just about done. Thickening up. You see it falling off the bone right there? That's how you know it's just about ready, honey. Hardly no. Just a little bit of juice in there. Okay, you guys, and here is our finished dish. I recorded some footage of me plating it, but I dropped my camera and I think it might be broke. I'm so sad, you guys. But I'm recording this part on my cell phone just to give you guys a final shot. I'm telling you, you guys, this is something you have to try. It definitely gives you like Jamaican curry type of vibes, full of flavor, a whole bunch of seasoning, and the chicken is literally falling off of the bone. So yes, this is what I ate today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you try any of these recipes, make sure that you tag me at Keto Fasho. Anyone who tries Keto Fasho recipes, I will be featuring on my Instagram stories and also on YouTube as well. I'll be giving you guys a shout out. So definitely tag Keto Fasho for a chance to be featured. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And until my next video, have a blessed day, have a blessed week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.